As retirement advisors here at Reap Financial, we have counseled families for years to not just focus on when they want to retire, but more importantly, what they're going to do when they retire. This transition brings a lot of opportunities and challenges. Today, I'm going to cover the top 6 opportunities that our most successful families utilize walking into retirement. Hey everybody, Chris Herline here of Reap Financial, host of Wealth Radio on News Radio KLBJ every Saturday 11 a.m. and host of Retire Ready TV on KXAN right here in Austin. If you like our YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button down below to stay on top of the latest. All right, number 1, let's talk about the transition. You've been used to going to work for the last 25, 35, 45 years. You get up, you get ready, you go into the office, or you jump on your Zoom meeting. When you retire, the schedule is a lot more open. Let's be honest about it. But we need you to fill that schedule. You want to stay in some sort of a routine. And this may be things like starting a business, actually getting to spend time with your kids and grandkids. Maybe you're going to pick up a part-time job just for the healthcare benefits if you're not 65 yet. But staying in some sort of a routine, creating a schedule, that creates purpose every morning when you wake up. And a lot of times when you retire, you don't have your name on the business card any longer, and there can be somewhat of an identity crisis. So be thinking about what you're going to do to stay active in this transition of retirement. Number 2, you may consider relocating or downsizing. Many retirees, they have their house paid off walking into retirement. I commend you for that. But if you live in Central Texas, the property taxes are extreme. It's almost like having another mortgage. So consider where you're living. Do you need to be spending that kind of money on property taxes? Do you want to move closer to kids or grandkids? These type of considerations also need to be thought through with a financial advisor, because if you're selling a home, that can create tax implications, increase in Medicare premiums, and more. But it's very common that families consider downsizing or relocating. Is that right for you? Number 3, you need to take this opportunity where you've got more time in your day to review your estate plan. Ask yourself, when is the last time you updated your wills, your power of attorneys, and more? And a lot of you may say, I don't even have one, or it was 30 years ago when the kids were young. This is the time to get things in order. Number 1, you're going to be living on your portfolio, so you want to make sure it's protected in the event that something happens to you. Can't tell you how many people don't have medical power of attorneys or financial power of attorneys. And we've seen it happen before where a spouse will come in, the surviving spouse that is, and say, okay, I'm ready to move this out of the stock market or move it into a different account. And if you don't have power of attorneys, in many cases, you can't do anything with it, particularly if your spouse is alive but incapacitated. So we want to get your affairs in order, and you also may consider a living trust, depending on your wealth, depending on who you're going to be leaving your kids to. But take the opportunity to get your affairs in order. Make sure the beneficiaries are correct. Things have changed through the years for many of you, and this is a great opportunity to look at the estate. Number 4, hire a fiduciary financial advisor and plan on meeting with that advisor at least once a year. You want to consult with that advisor, not just to look at the performance at the end of the year, but retirement brings a lot of challenges. You've got to live on your portfolio in a way to ensure that that income you're drawing out lasts as long as you do. Are you overpaying in taxes on the income you're taking? Should you be designing your income plan differently to keep more of it long term? Also, if you do sell a house, if you do sell stocks, or you have to exercise stocks when you retire, those type of taxable events can create stealth taxes, which we've talked about on our YouTube channel for years. So keep in mind, you need to not go at this alone, okay? You've had a doctor along the way. You've had a CPA along the way. You've had an attorney along the way. You've hired professionals. And I believe that a fiduciary financial advisor is the most important hire of your life. So you need to take that serious. And our last point today is just put together that bucket list and start enjoying your wealth. Go and knock those things out. You've been working for 30, 40 years. It's time to enjoy the wealth. But can you cut the check confidently? What I mean by that is, do you have a plan? So many people don't have a written, living retirement plan that has shown them exactly how much they can spend and not even think about cutting the check. You need to have that plan to be able to spend confidently and enjoy these bucket list items confidently. So here's what I've done. I've put together a great new report, The 6 Secrets to a Happy Retirement. And these are strategies and ideas that we utilize with our very own successful retirees. Email me right now, retire@reapfinancial.com. That's retire@reapfinancial.com, and my team will have this new report on its way to your inbox.